Police say that once they entered the vehicle, they found a handgun in the truck and another one on the driver. When one of the construction workers approached the man fired through the glass of the driver's side window, leaving the man with a fatal shot to the chest. But for other members, this is just another day at the gym. Every year, these VFW members get together to spend time with veterans who now live in senior assisted living homes. What you're seeing here is footage of Dontarius Turner, a man that police say met a woman through an online dating site just to shoot her in the face and rob her. Some skateboarders are saying that this is the only place in town to skate. This new device will alert caretakers and family members if their loved ones get too far from home, and it's no bigger than a mobile phone. A Gold Line employee tells me that two men got into an altercation inside the store. That altercation then carried outside. One guy pulled out a gun and apparently shot the other. Atlanta police are looking for two men wanted in a shooting investigation near the state capitol. In this video, you see the men running near Peachtree and Trinity Streets April 10th. Police believe the men shot a man and woman as they sat in their SUV. The shooting was within walking distance of the state capitol. There's been another security breach connected to the Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Channel 2's Ayanna Taylor has the details.
Victor, what can you tell us?
Brad, right now we're on the campus of Lane College where students tell me that shots were fired into the air after a basketball game. Now, the Jackson Police Department is here, and as you can see behind me, the scene is starting to die down. Tom, right now I am in Target in North Jackson where people are doing some last-minute Christmas shopping with only 3 days left till Christmas. As you can come over here, you'll see that Miss Teresa here from Target is helping people out. People are buying things like, food items, getting ready for Christmas dinner, but at the same time, people have been here buying toys, electronics, things like that. I've talked to some people and they tell me that the biggest thing that they want right now are things like the PS4, the Xbox One, different things like that.
He was kind, he was sweet. He was quiet, didn't really talk or deal with you unless he knew you.
LaFonda Cook and her family are having a hard time getting through another holiday season since the death of her boyfriend, DeLandis Clark, back in 2013. Clark and a family friend, Brian Barnes, were killed outside of a downtown Jackson nightclub, a case that has turned cold due to lack of potential witnesses speaking out.
I don't know how and why there are no witnesses when it was over 200 people at this party, and it's just gone unsaid, unsolved, and I don't want it to be a cold case and they just sweep it under the rug with everything else.
Anthony Swift was arrested and charged with the murders of DeLandis and Barnes. Sources say the case did not go to trial because of lack of evidence and witness cooperation. The charges against Swift were dropped and he was released from jail. Trevante Berry was also arrested and charged with tampering with evidence during the incident but served his time and has now been released. Cook now has a hard time explaining to her kids what exactly happened to their father.
Questions like, can we go to heaven? Can we call heaven? Does heaven have a phone? Those questions are something I can't answer. Hopefully one day they'll come across and call me and say, well, Ms. Cook, we've solved the case and justice has been served.
In North Jackson, Victor Williams, WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News. Dan, Southside Manor residents tell me renovations earlier this week have caused their apartments to literally start falling apart. I spoke with a few residents who say that celebrating Christmas just isn't the same in a broken home. Corey Jones is having a hard time celebrating Christmas with his family this year after what happened Tuesday morning.
We have 3 small children that live in this place. And, any one of them could have got hurt while the ceiling was collapsing.
Jones says the roof collapsed after an attempted renovation Tuesday while he and his family were still at home. He says his family was moved to another apartment and the only thing that they were offered as compensation was a $60 Walmart gift card. So far, he's not the only one with complaints. Residents say they've been living in unsafe living conditions like rain damage and mold for weeks without management doing anything about it.
I had water coming out of the electrical sockets, that's not safe. I had it coming out of the walls. It flooded my whole house.
Tiffany says she notified management on numerous occasions and so far nothing has been done. She even says she had to clean up all the water herself. I tried to get a hold of management, but no one answered or has returned my calls. Hi, this is Victor Williams from WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News, calling to talk to management about some issues that some of the residents here are having.
They're treating us like second and third class citizens. They don't care about anybody but themselves.
Kelvin Evans works as the assistant police chief of the Brownsville Police Department, but off the clock he's a regular guy, a family man. As he was driving through Brownsville Wednesday night, he says something out of the ordinary happened.
That particular day I was off duty. I was traveling to Courthouse Square. When I got to the square, I was at the yield sign and I noticed this 18-wheeler coming around the roundabout.
The 18-wheeler was a FedEx ground truck. Evans says the driver was going well over the speed limit, and in an effort to avoid a serious crash, Evans quickly moved out of the way, a reflex that he credits to his police training.
I always train us to react and drive out of an accident, and that's basically what I did. Didn't panic, just drove out the accident and avoided it best I could.
Evans was still hurt but avoided major damage to his car. Officers arrived and, according to Evans, determined that the FedEx driver was intoxicated and searched his vehicle. Police say that once they entered the vehicle, they found a handgun in the truck and another one on the driver. Even though police say the driver had a gun permit, FedEx says it's against policy for drivers to be armed, and it's against the law to possess a firearm while intoxicated. Danny Joe Phillips was arrested and charged with DUI and possession of a firearm while intoxicated. FedEx ground corporate offices in Pittsburgh released a statement. This behavior falls far short of what is expected of drivers who operate on behalf of FedEx ground and is not consistent with the professionalism we demonstrate every day in safety and securely delivering millions of packages to our customers. FedEx ground is cooperating with all investigating authorities at this time.
Somebody was looking out for me that night because it could have been worse.